So right now we have a standing going on by the progressives. If you feel they're progressive, that is, inside our Congress, they're actually kind of trying to make Joe Biden look like he's a champion for the working class. I don't know if you know this, but Joe Biden joined the workers on the picket line in Michigan for the car strike that's going on right now, the worker strike. Check this out.
One thing is real simple, and to be very brief. The fact of the matter is that you guys, the UAW, you saved the automobile industry back in 2008 and before. Made a lot of sacrifices, gave up a lot, and the companies were in trouble. But now they're doing incredibly well. And guess what? You should be doing incredibly well too. It's a simple problem.
Why didn't they show the rest of the crowd? I wonder how many people were really there. But, you know, here we go now. Once again, you want to make, this is a reason when it comes to labor, while Biden is better than Trump, right? Here we go. AOC, first president in modern history of America to join a union picket line. That's in no small parts thanks to a modern surge in worker organization and record public support of unions. Keep going with the fist bump over there. But it gets better than that, ladies and gentlemen, because it's not only AOC, and it's kind of ridiculous to think for 1 second that Joe Biden is a friend of labor, especially auto workers, which he's shunned before. Here's Bernie Sanders. Today, for the first time in American history, oh my God, a president stood on the picket line defending American workers. That's a big deal. In taking on a corporate greed of the auto industry, the UAW is fighting for every American worker. They're fighting for us. Let's stand with them. So once again, trying to make this implication that we're helping these guys out. It's helping all the workers of the country out. Meanwhile, we have no manufacturing here, no factories anymore. We don't make anything in the States. We don't buy anything in the States. And this small little situation, I wonder why they didn't show the rest of that crowd. It seemed like there was only like 12 people there. So it seems like they whisked a couple people off just to have this little kind of photograph moment for Joe Biden. Here is Bernie Sanders talking about the greed and once again standing for his friend, Joe Biden.
Thanks all for joining me. Today, in my view, is an historic day.
No, it's not.
For the first time in American history, we have seen a president of the United States of America stand on a picket line and make it clear that he is supporting the working class of our country. And that is a very big deal. A week ago Friday, as some of you may know, I was also in Detroit with the United Automobile Workers. And I will tell you why I was there. I was there to stand up to the extraordinary level of corporate greed that we are seeing in the automobile industry today. Really quite incredible. In the first half of 2023, the big three automakers made a combined $21 billion in profits, up 80% from the same time period last year. Over the entire decade, the past decade, these same companies made some $250 billion in profits in North America alone. Last year, the big three automobile companies spent $9 billion, not to improve the lives of their workers, not to make their factories safer, but on stock buybacks and dividends to make their wealthy executives and stockholders even richer. Further, while many of the workers in the automobile industry are struggling to survive financially, last year the CEO of General Motors made $29 million in total compensation, $29 million. The CEO of Ford made $21 million, and the CEO of Stellantis received over $25 million in total compensation. So what you're seeing is the people who run these companies doing phenomenally well while their workers are falling further and further behind. There was once a time when a union job in the automobile industry was the gold standard for the working class of this country. They did better than any other manufacturing worker in America. But unfortunately, those days are long gone. The average starting wage at the big three today is around $17 an hour.
Really?
And that's less than a number of non-union auto plants
Really?
around the country. And no matter how long you have worked at the automobile industry, and some of these workers have been there 30, 40 years, the top wage is all of $32 an hour.
Not a lot.
And unbelievable, maybe most importantly, to understand what's going on in the automobile industry today, over the last 20 years, the average wage for American auto workers has decreased by 30% after adjusting for inflation. Once again, over the last 20 years, the average wage for an automobile worker has gone down by 30% in inflation adjusted for dollars.
But you want to sit there and you want to stand for Joe Biden and act like he's for the working man?
He's the first president in history. And you know what? Next time a president may be able to stand being there as many as 30 minutes.
Yeah.
Not just 15. It's like a David Blaine trick. He lasted 15 minutes.
Yeah.
Got the hell out. And next time we'll go for 30.
He just broke a railroad strike not too long ago and took away all their leverage. And you want to sit there and praise this guy? And it's like the mainstream media makes sure they comes in right at the same time. It's like they get the same email chain to go along, a coordinated effort here. Goes, watch Biden. This is by PBS Hour. Biden makes historic visit to the UAW picket line, tells union to stick with it. And this is from Van Buren Township in Michigan. President Joe Biden joined United Auto Workers strikers on their picket line Tuesday as their work stoppage against major car makers hit day 12, a demonstration of support for organized labor apparently unparalleled in presidential history. I mean, it's just always disgusting the way they make this guy look like. He walked along the picket line, exchanging fist bumps and grinning with workers. He encouraged them to continue fighting for better wages, despite concerns that a prolonged strike could damage the economy, saying, stick with it, stick with it. And he said yes when asked if UAW members deserved a 40% raise. One of the demands that the union has made. Let's hope he doesn't break their strike. No deals, no wheels, workers chanted as Biden arrived. No pay, no parts. He was joined by the UAW president, Sean Fain, who rode with him in the presidential limousine to the picket line. He's there for the working man. Remember this, though, there, Kurt? Biden's NAFTA problem. Democratic presidential nominee was for the trade deal before he was against it.
Well, he was for a lot of stuff that he's against.
Before he was,
we're going to hold it against him now.
He's a flip-flopper. He was once again one of the biggest bill signings of all time, the NAFTA, the North American Free Trade Agreement, which crushed unions and workers in the United States. This guy was for it until he was against it.
No, he's got the experience of 50 years of damage to everything.
Here it is. Roll call vote, 103rd Congress, first session. Vote summary on the passage of bill of H.R. 3450, the North American Free Trade Agreement, okay, which sent our jobs overseas. There he is. Delaware. Democrat. Biden. Biden says yay. And you remember, oh, sorry. Did I get this one here? Remember this one here?
Yo, yeah, I just saw that the other day.
You're full of shit. I'm not working for you. President headed to Michigan to join the UAW picket lines. Flashback. Joe's last visit and his special message for American Michigan auto workers.
The dog-faced pony soldier.
I'm not worried.
And this guy has always been against laborers. He just crushed the labor.
He goes,
just crushed
fat.
it. You know,
is this the guy called Fat? He goes, hey, Fat.
He just crushed the strike. He took away the power of the people they had for the railroads, and now here he is, just acting like he's for the worker. And you got AOC standing for him, along with Bernie Sanders,
is she there too?
And the whole mainstream media too, as well. No,
wait. So why is this union? Why are they cool with this one?
It just because they're there for the photo op and it makes them look cool right
But
now.
the railroad they screwed over.
Yeah.
I mean, I know they did claim it was a great deal.
Well, they got something out of it at the very end, right? But there's not a lot. There's a lot of issues that the railroad workers wanted, including a lot of the change in the safety features, because they said the technology we're using in the railroads are like in the 70s.
We had the guy on. It was crazy what he. They have one operator for the. Like something that you.
The railroads,
believe.
the lines itself, though, the rails itself, and everything. It's like China, right? Who we hate so much is so evil. They got speed rail going all around the country and whatnot, and we're still using technology from the late 60s, early 70s.
It's so great, but I found out that monorail is not even profitable.
So there you go, ladies and gentlemen. We got the progressives standing.
Just a big money pit, a handy monorail. That's a big waste of government funds. Big bloated spending, not like a Ukraine thing that goes forever.
How about the whole deal that was, I believe they put money up for it when it was supposed to be the bullet train from Disney to Vegas. And I believe it was Senator Feinstein's husband who got the contract. And then all of a sudden the project was crushed. I was like, what about all that money, that governmental taxpayer dollars they got up front for that? Are we getting that back? Yeah, it was supposed to go from Orange County to Vegas, from Disneyland to Vegas, they said. So that's it there. But once again, there you have they have AOC and Bernie Sanders, your progressive heroes standing for Joe Biden, trying to make like he's a friend of the working man when he clearly is not. He's an NAFTA boy. He always was. I bet he even supported the TPP. I should have found that out.
You know, if he actually did anything that helped them, which maybe he did that I'm not aware of, saying they're good. I don't care if he did nothing but evil. So like if I worked there and he did a thing that helped it, I'll give it to him. But I'm not clear what he did besides show up for 15 minutes.
That's it. He hasn't done anything, with his power whatsoever. You know what I'm saying? He hasn't really he just showed up there. And what do you hear AOC and Bernie say? Oh, he's the first president to ever show up to do the picket lines. That's amazing. Listen, what does that mean?
Why is that? By the way,
it makes you feel good, Kurt. That's all it does.
It doesn't make me feel good.
No, it makes some people feel good.
No president ever has ever gone to a picket line. That's the first goddamn time.
I guess.
That don't make me feel good.
That doesn't make me feel good either.
Makes me feel like the thing's been rigged from the start a little.
Think about it.
Hey, come see us on tour. We're going to be in Tampa, Boca Raton, Orlando, Dallas, Houston, San Diego, Bloomington, Illinois, Indianapolis, and Levittown, New York. Wow, that's a lot of dates. See you there.